Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and I gotta tell you, I love life. But when I'm not being a husband, a father, a grandfather, an author, or a practicing chiropractor, I'm the host of the television show Loving Life with Dr. Tim Weir. I love to cook. I love to travel. I like to spend time with people who do what they love and love what they do. Join me and Elvis for the next 30 minutes as we help you discover how to love life. You know how I'm always telling you that you got to do what you love and love what you do, otherwise you're not going to be happy in life. And so I always look for people who are doing that and are successful doing what they're doing, because I want you to meet them so that you know that I'm telling the truth. I'm with Matt Iseman. Matt, thank you for being with me today.
My pleasure, Tim.
This guy is absolutely incredible. You're in town at the Memorial Auditorium, gorgeous place.
Huge.
Doing a one-man play called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus.
Yes.
How in the world did you get into this?
It's one of those things where just fortune. I had a friend, a comedian, I do stand-up comedy, and we did a show together in Las Vegas that I was booking and I brought her out on. It was a very cush gig, and she said, you know what, I want to pay it back sometime. And I said, I just like working with good people. You don't have to do anything in return. She started working on this project, and they were looking for somebody to do a reading. And so she suggested me. So they flew me out to Phoenix, and just was supposed to be one read through, but the people who were putting the show together said, he'll do. And so that was about a year ago, and now here we are, and I'm the one taking this out. So it was just blind luck, having been out in Hollywood for over 13 years now, and realizing how many swings at the plate you have to take before you get anything, to have something kind of fall into your lap. I don't think it's luck, because I worked very hard to get here, and when I got the chance, I converted. But it's that I think it's kind of karma. You know, you do nice things for people and try to be a good person, and hopefully it comes back to you.
But you know, oftentimes people will say that they'll see somebody successful like you're being successful. Isn't he lucky? Look at what he just. No, I've been working my butt off.
Well, that's so common in Hollywood, to have the 15-year overnight success, where somebody just pops up. I said, where's this guy been?
Right.
He's been working incredibly hard, trying to make himself better. And that's what I've been for 13 and a half years. It's been acting classes and hosting and working on little shows and doing stand-up comedy in front of 5 people or 1 person or my parents or whoever it is.
Whoever would listen.
Yeah, it is. And so I'm happy if people think I'm lucky, but I feel like I work hard so that when you do get the chance, you don't screw it up.
It comes off looking like it is luck.
You know what you're doing, right?
So you're doing this. Mm-hmm. Also on NBC, you host
American Ninja Warrior. It's the most ridiculously named show. I love it. It's like 13-year-old me came up with the name. It's based on a Japanese game show, and the premise of it was, we're going to build the world's most difficult obstacle course and invite people to come try it.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, the course, 2,800 people have attempted it, 3 have completed it. So we're going now into our 4th season on NBC. We have a best of show that spun off, and it's become a show. People really seem to respond to it, and it's a blast for me to do. Again, it's what you would come up with as a kid. Just these ridiculous obstacles.
Well, I was thinking about coming out and doing it, but you know, I hate to blow it for everybody else.
You and me both.
Yeah.
I failed so miserably, they've banned me from going on the course for fear of injuring myself.
Insurance problem.
I used to be an athlete. I played baseball in college, and now I'm a hazard. That's what I've become.
So let's go back in your time just a little bit, because you didn't start out as an actor or a host.
No.
You started out as a physician.
A doctor, yeah. I went to college and did well, and then went to medical school at Columbia in New York, got my MD, and returned home to Colorado, where I grew up, to do my residency at the University of Colorado. Now, my dad is a doctor, a world-renowned physician. He's a professor at the University of Colorado, so we were working together. But the farther I got into medicine, the more I realized it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and my heart wasn't in it. And I thought, I'm not serving my patients as well as I should be, and I'm not serving myself doing, because I think medicine above many other professions is something that's a calling. You really need to be dedicated to it to service the patients, and I didn't feel that I had that. So I decided to take some time off, and I wanted to do something unlike anything I'd ever done before. So I just decided to move out to LA and write stand-up.
Wow.
Yeah, 13 years later, it's worked out.
There's a scripture in the Bible that says, laughter doeth good like a medicine. So you're still doing medicine today?
I think so. I think it's kind of a different way. And I've ended up on the other side of the stethoscope. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and it's a chronic disease. I'll have it for the rest of my life. But for me, whenever it's gotten bad, I've always had comedy to get me through going up on stage. So now I'll go around and talk to groups of other people with RA and kind of send the message that, laughter is something you can use really to deal with an illness, because it's not just about dealing with the disease, it's about dealing with a person and making sure that you don't let it take over your life, which I'm trying not to.
You're awesome.
Yeah, that's what I say too. I have a voice inside my head that wake up every morning. You're amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tim.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, likewise.
Don't change the channel. We're gonna be right back.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptone Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications. With spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Looking to buy rare coins, paper money, or stamps? Considering investing in gold or silver? Then don't miss the Raleigh Money Expo, coming to the Expo Center on the State Fairgrounds in Raleigh this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Over 100 dealers available to buy and sell rare coins, bullion, paper money, and stamps. Family friendly. Bring the kids for fun and prizes. The Raleigh Money Expo, North Carolina's biggest and best coins, paper money, and stamp show. For more information, visit www.raleighcoinclub.org or visit us on Facebook.
Well, if you're looking for something to do, I always talk to you guys. You guys email me and talk to me. I want to do something. What can I do to get involved with the community? I'm with Kellan Duffy today with an organization called Move Your Mass for Good.
Thank you for having me.
Oh no, thank you for being here. What an awesome concept that this all is. How did this start?
I lived in Asia for 9 years, and while I was there, it was very easy to do community outreach work. There's a lot of poverty, a lot of minorities that are in desperate need, especially with medical attention, food, everything. When I moved back to the States in 2008, I had 3 young children, and while we were in Asia, it was completely fine for them to be a part of everything I did. But over here, because of all of the regulations and food prep, things like that, I couldn't find an organization that would allow my young children to do something with me. So I thought, well, I'll just do something, I'll start my own. So that's what I did. And my kind of launching pad was for my 40th birthday, I collected about 15 of my most amazing friends and asked them, instead of giving me gifts, will you please just make a big pot of soup, go through all of your stuff, personal items, toys, clothes, books, coats, things like that, and go spend the day with me at Moore Square was where I wanted to do it.
Sure.
So I approached a gentleman named Otis Hardy, who I go to church with, and he's sort of a community activist, and I knew that he would be a good resource for me. And he explained that if I truly wanted to take things to people who had great need, he would show me where to go. So we wound up in Southeast Raleigh, and we spent the day as a community of people, rather than just folks going into a neighborhood and just giving, here you go, kind of as a handout. We had lunch, we shared with them, our children played together, and it made such an amazing impact on my family as well as the families that were there in Southeast Raleigh. And so my children and I decided that we were going to do this on a regular basis, and Otis was very excited about having the assistance.
Oh, I imagine.
Yes, and together we decided that it needed to be in more of a formal setting, and so I launched the 501c3.
Kind of an ongoing thing rather than
Yes.
just a one-time.
Yes.
Wow.
At any given time, my garage looks like a thrift shop. My friends know that if they have things that...
That's right.
I'll give that to you later. My friends know that if they have something that they want to get rid of that is in good condition, but they don't want it anymore, that they can bring it to me.
I learned a friend of mine is Bob Proctor, who wrote part of The Secret and was in the movie The Secret. And he said to me one time, because I talked to him about, I forget, we're going to do a yard sale or something. He said, instead of having a yard sale, why don't you just give the stuff away? Because you're going to get more in return from
Yes.
God and the universe than selling it and making
Absolutely.
a couple bucks. So that is so awesome that you have that going for you.
Yeah.
So how do you go from your garage then to the people?
Well, we schedule something through Otis, and he tells them, hey, they're going to be here today. And we go and we take the pop-up tents and our own tables and all of the organized things, and we set up shop on the sidewalk, in the parking lot, wherever, and we distribute.
Wow.
And they know us now. The church actually, First United Methodist Church, is going to be doing a big Easter basket drive. So some of the things I do are definitely in conjunction with them, and then some are directly with Otis.
That is so cool.
It's fun, and it's an amazing experience. I feel extremely blessed where I am in life, and I don't ever want my children to not realize how truly blessed they are. I want them to see how other people live and be a part of that and be humbled by it.
Yeah. I have seen us in this country, especially just recently. We look at wealth like it's something really bad. We look down on it. And I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with wealth and being rich as long as you're grateful for what you have and you're able to help somebody else out in need.
Yes.
Because we're all here to help each other.
Right, and continually paying it forward and giving it to other people, because you give yourself the greatest gift when you give to someone else.
Exactly. That is so awesome. Now, can somebody get involved with this?
Absolutely. I have a Facebook page called Move Your Mess for Good, and I also have ways people can send me emails, contact phone number that will hopefully be shown here at the end, that anytime anybody wants to donate or be a part of one of those afternoons when we go out into the neighborhoods, all they have to do is ask. And it's always completely family friendly. We really encourage you. So if you had 5 suits and a couple of bikes that you wanted to donate, you could come with me and actually see the recipient.
Oh, that's cool.
And have the recipient be able to look at you and thank you for what you did.
That is so
And that's
cool.
a tremendous feeling.
That's awesome. Listen, you might be watching this from California or Texas or Canada, wherever you're watching this. Go to this website, contact them, and if you want making a donation, you might even want to try to get a hold of Kellan and pick her brain a little bit how you can do this in your town.
Well, would love that.
Thank you for being with me.
Thank you so much.
You're
really
awesome.
appreciate it.
Don't change your channel. We got a whole lot more coming up.
been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident and I don't have insurance. Now what am I gonna do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptone Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications, with spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir from the Loving Life TV show. One of my family's favorite places to eat is Milton's Pizza. If you like good pizza, I'm telling you, they serve the best pizza around. Their salad bar, second to none. Our family is gluten-free, and we can eat there quite easily. You're gonna love Milton's. Take the time to go there and tell them Dr. Tim sent you. Well, believe it or not, we're in a gorgeous home here in downtown Raleigh. I'm with Jim and Donna Belt. Thank you guys for letting me be here with you guys.
You're quite welcome.
So, just read this incredible article in the Walter magazine about you guys. And, you know, for most people who live these quiet lives, and some people never leave the state, you guys have been all over the world.
Yeah, we've been fortunate.
Yeah. So you started out basically as a Navy brat.
I did.
We took our first.
Just the Navy part. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that term. It sounds very negative, but I know that's the term people recognize.
Yeah.
But it means that you're kind of tag along with your,
Sure.
your military family, and the military expects you to move a lot, so the whole family moves with you. And when I was 9 years old, I moved to the Philippines, spent 2 years there, and then the next move turned out really well timed because I got to go to Hawaii, and my father loved it so much he kept renewing his term, so we ended up there almost 6 years. All through now I'm in my teens.
Yeah.
So surfing and the whole kind of West Coast style of of music and dress and so forth. I was very West Coast oriented, and then he really dropped the bomb on me when we moved to Philadelphia, which to me was culture shock, complete culture shock, because I was born in California. And
you went from bikinis to Amish.
It was wild. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah.
Wow.
And on one of my trips to visit my parents that lived in Texas, now my father had retired at this point and was living in Texas.
Uh-oh, here comes the train.
You got a choo-choo train.
Coming by. And Donna, her family was from Kansas, and we were both visiting our respective families during the holidays. And she sat next to me on a flight from Chicago to Harrisburg. And we struck up a conversation, and we actually left the plane in that area because she lived about 30 miles away in Lancaster, and I lived in Harrisburg, and we didn't have each other's numbers or anything. We were kind of dating other people at that time, but we both felt there was some connection there, and she actually pursued it, thankfully, and tracked me down in Harrisburg. And we got married within 3 months of that date.
That's
37
amazing.
years ago.
Yeah, that was 37 years.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, we had quite a
I
whirlwind romance.
I asked him to marry me on our 4th date.
Did he say yes right away?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
We'd had a whole lifetime of choosing what makes a good life. So we could put those things together. We wanted to he runs, that's his meditation. Art was important for me. I decided I wanted to go to an interfaith seminary that was arts based because I felt that art, anything that's creative, is the way that I know things.
Yeah.
I know things in my own language of discovery. And I felt that by plugging into that art, that I could create a ministry that each person could, what did you say? Words are just like art.
Yeah.
And
You paint just as much with words as you do with a brush.
exactly. And I think particularly when people are going through life changes, to plug them into writing or art is their way of discovering how that intuitive flow works through them for their good, for their wholeness. To discover, and once you scramble all those pieces around, you find the wholeness that was there.
Wow.
The whole time. So I feel incredibly grateful that we found each other and that he said yes. Jim and I have become very, very involved on Glenwood South. And a project that our neighborhood did in January, in 2 months leading up to January, we had about 50 participants, and we knitted 150 tree sweaters. And that means just rectangles that were wrapped around the trees. And we put tags on them that were inspirational messages to people, just funny messages, anything that would give people a smile. I founded a nonprofit. Jim is like the organizational guy. I couldn't do anything without him, but I do have bright ideas. We had 75 volunteers over a period of a year paint a mural on the front of that building. And we started with children as young as 2, just making their handprints on the building because I wanted everyone to see. I think it's not only great for the kids, but it's great for everybody to see that this is an intrinsic thing that we want to see our mark on things. We're empowered when we see our colors, even if it's just a handprint. So I very much see art as embracing the potential that is inside all of us, and that it can be fun. It's a way of pulling people together, and every time we jump in, we're just part of a chain, and more and more and more is coming, and we're all growing together. We're all evolving together, and one idea goes to another, and all of us see that it's just about daring to dream.
Wow.
Quite lucky, huh, to get her.
Goodness. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you.
You're so awesome.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
Wow. Listen, you might not be able to pick up a paintbrush, or you might not be able to sit down at a piano and play, but inside of each one of you is creativity. You just have to find out what that is. Go to their website, check it out even more. You might even want to come and ask if you can get involved down here. And then you might want to take this to your neighborhood. It's all about making choices and having fun. It's all about loving life.
Exactly.
Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptown Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications. With spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir from the Loving Life TV show. One of my family's favorite places to eat is Milton's Pizza. If you like good pizza, I'm telling you, they serve the best pizza around. Their salad bar, second to none. Our family is gluten-free, and we can eat there quite easily. You're gonna love Milton's. Take the time to go there and tell them Dr. Tim sent you. Spend some time on my website. That's drtimweir.com. It's just there's some information on there. It leads you to other places. It talks about my clinic a little bit and all that kind of stuff. We're also on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Go on Facebook, Loving Life with Dr. Weir. Look us up there. Get involved with your life. Get going. Get passionate once again. I'm telling you, life is too short not to be passionate about it. Listen, you got to blow the lid off this thing. You only get one chance. I don't want to die, all nice and beautiful. I want to die all beat up and scraped up. I just want to have a good time doing what I'm doing. And I hope you'll do that too. And until next week, keep loving life. I'll see you next week.
She likes to wash the plates immediately after every meal. I figure, when I have to eat soup with my hands, then I will wash a bowl and a spoon. It's like when you don't change the battery on a smoke detector. You just hear that beep, beep. Oh, no, honey, I really do want to hear what Susan said about Maggie. Beep. Oh, you're gonna stay up and watch TV? I guess I'll just go to bed. Alone. Beep. You really want me to tell you how those jeans make you look? Beep. There were heavy rains that had broken, and then a smell of jasmine filled the air. No, silly, it was lavender. Of course, my darling. How could I forget?